Load shedding interferes with telecommunications networks used by security companies and law enforcement agencies, something that criminals use to their advantage. Insurance companies have reported an increase in claims for house burglaries and robberies because of load shedding.
And that has actually increased quite a lot over weekends. So the typical times when crimes do take place, such as robberies and burglaries, we see increases at the usual times, but the increases seem to be spiking as a result of load shedding. That'll change from place to place. Crime doesn't occur equally in all places, and of course poorer areas that are already suffering load reduction or don't use electricity for security won't see the same kinds of criminal activity. So yeah, load shedding I think is a very worrying factor that just piles on to a number of other factors that have weakened our public security situation.
On the other hand, South African Banking Risk Information Centre says the banking sector has not been directly affected by any violent protest since the July unrest, but its customers have been victims of scams relating to the purchase and selling of solar equipment.
Many people would be now going out there looking for alternative energy sources, and so individuals have taken advantage of the scenario that plays out, and so we have noted an increase in the number of reports coming through that say, I've made payment for certain types of things, and this is where the money went into, and I've not received the goods or services that were proposed.
The cash in transit industry says that it is costing them a lot of money to install generators as well as solar power to mitigate the effects of load shedding, and that they find it difficult to collect money from clients when there's load shedding.
You get to a client's premises, the power's down, how do you do that pickup? So you don't do that pickup, you move on to the next client. You miss that client. Puts risk on that vehicle again to go back. The vehicles are out longer. The systems within the vehicles also need to be powered up and maintained. So load shedding is a massive concern for us, and as we go to the various stages, it becomes more of a concern, especially when we speak about total blackout.
Speakers agree that load shedding weakens the country's public security situation and government's ability to reduce the high levels of crime in the country. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Pretoria.